Okay, hi there first graders. It's time for a read aloud. The read aloud is called How Bat Learned to Fly, but first I'm going to talk to you about a couple things. Some of the vocabulary words that you might hear in the story are roamed, sparkling, misty, and promised. What do you think roamed means? If somebody's roaming around, what are they doing? That's right, they're kind of like wandering about without really any kind of direction. The next word is sparkling, which means it's kind of shiny or glittery. Misty means that it's foggy or covered in like a thick misty fog. And then the word promised means that you make a statement to do something. You promise to do something. So the other thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about when you read, you should be thinking about what words mean and whether it makes sense in the sentence as you read it. So I'm going to purposely make a mistake in the first couple sentences, and I want you to listen for it. Long, long ago, when all animals were friends, there was a special group of friends who did everything together. They roamed through the forest galloping food. Which word do you think doesn't make sense? It was the word galloping. So I kind of paused on that because I thought to myself, that doesn't really sound right. Animals don't gallop food. So when you are reading, if something doesn't make sense, you should go back and reread it. So I'm going to try it again. Long, long ago, when all the animals were friends, there was a special group of friends who did everything together. They roamed through the forest, gathering food. Okay, gathering food for an animal makes a lot more sense. So I just want you to think about that as you're reading. If it ever doesn't make sense, I want you to hop in your time machine, go back and try it again. Okay, so let's carry on with the story. I think that you will quickly see that it is a fiction story. So unlike Amazing Animals that you're going to read tomorrow, which is nonfiction or informational text, this one is fiction. Okay, so they were gathering food. They swam and fished in a sparkling lake. They slept under the night sky. But most of all, they loved to play games together. One misty morning, when it was too early to swim or fish, the animals invented a new game. It started when Bear had an itch. As Bear rubbed his back against the tree, Raccoon noticed the green leaves that fell. He gathered the leaves and made a ball. As Raccoon made the ball, Mouse, Coyote, Bear, and Possum worked on the rules of the game. They soon invented football. Now, the way the animals tell the story, each time Mouse had the ball and started to run, it fell out of his hands. Coyote scolded. "Why do you drop the ball when you run?" "It's not his fault," said Possum. "He has little hands." "He should hold it under his arm like me," said Raccoon. "He should hold it against his chest like me," said Bear. Mouse knew his friends were trying to help, but he also knew that Possum was right. The other animals were bigger and had larger hands. They could hold the ball any way they wanted when they ran, but Mouse's hands were too small. Mouse felt awful. He didn't want to ruin the game, so he went off and sat under a tree. Mouse promised himself that he would never play football again. He felt so sorry for himself. He would miss playing with his friends. So what was Mouse's problem in the story? His problem was that his hands were too small to catch the football, so he's having a hard time playing with his friends. As Mouse sat under the tree sniffling, he heard a gentle voice whisper, "Don't cry, Mouse. I know that one day you will be a good football player." Mouse wiped his eyes and looked up. He saw a woman with her hair as dark as newly turned soil and a gown sparkling like spring rain. It was Mother Earth. Mother Earth spoke like a summer breeze. "Next time you play," she whispered, "jump up and wrap yourself around the ball. Hold on to it with your whole body." So how would you describe Mother Earth? From what we read about the way that she speaks and how she looks, what do you think about her? I think she's gentle and kind, and that she was probably trying to be helpful. Mouse thought about this. I am a good jumper, he smiled. It might just work. Thank you, Mother Earth. Mouse hurried back to join his friends. The next time it was his turn to receive the ball. He jumped high into the air to catch it. He grabbed onto the ball with his whole body and wrapped his slender arms and legs around it. He hung on tightly with his tiny hands and went flying through the air. All the animals gasped. No one, not even Bear or Fast Coyote, could catch him. Both Raccoon and Possum tried to catch the ball like Mouse, but they just fell to the ground. Now Mouse was better at playing football than Raccoon and Possum, and soon he was better than Bear and Coyote. All the animals agreed that he was the best football player of all. What happened next truly amazed the animals. They say that one day, Mouse jumped up to catch the ball and missed. In fact, he flew right over the ball and high into the sky. Look, everyone, he shouted, I'm flying. Yes, Mother Earth whispered, you can fly because you are no longer a mouse. You have a new name. From now on, you shall be called Bat. And that is how Bat learned to fly.